So hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and we are back with our quantitative algorithm review. So basically every month, as you know, we review our 4 strategies, all based on Zax and all automated through Python. So the main strategy is just every month we run the web scraping on Zax, and we select all the stocks that have rank 1 or 2. Zax have proprietary data, that they said that these stocks tend to outperform the market. Zax rank run apparently 23% per year annualized, and Zax rank to 18%. So of course, with markets averaging about 10%, the S&P 500 at least, that's a huge outperformance, right? But you can see this month it has absolutely flopped, so minus 2.6% for this strategy, while the S&P is up 1%. So yeah, very bad performance there. But again, once we will show you the website for the new people, you'll see this strategy has outperformed over, well, nearly 2 years now. So it has been reliable, but just this month has been an absolute stinker for this one. And again, it's such a simple strategy, right? You just web scrape at the start of the month, get all the stocks with rank 2 or 1. Of course, this does give you a huge amount of stocks, like 750, so you can probably do some further cutting down, but I just wanted to keep it simple, and you can apply like further filters if you want. But yeah, that's the performance of the main strategy for this month. Abysmal, minus 3% in 1 month. And then we go over to our 3 more novel, more unique and newer strategies. So those are the earnings ones, the dividend one, and the earnings reversal one. And all of these are lagged back by 1 month, because unlike this one where you, the main strategy where you just web scrape and pick everything at the start of the month, the earnings, the dividend ones, all of these are based on a day. So you need to like have 1 month of data after that day. So for example, earnings yesterday, they would have been counted in the strategy, but you don't have that actual back testing element. So that's why you need to lag it back 1 month, so you can see the price after 1 month, because everything is based on, again, another 1 month return. So say there's earnings on day X, you buy the stock on day X minus 1 if it if it has the features that the strategy requires. Then you look at days X plus 30, and you get the difference between the price on X plus 30 and X minus 1, and that is your return, and you average it over all these stocks. So again, this is just before earnings season. I'm very excited to see how it does next month, since the month before that is when earnings season started, so that's why we'll actually see a lot of data. But you can see tiny sample size, right? Just so you know how it works, this is these are basically all the conditions, right? Open source. So so this is just the info one, is basically telling you what type of stock is. So it needs to be an earnings one. Its state needs to, of course, not be an A. The rank needs to not be none. And then we only buy, again, Zax rank 1 or 2, because they tend to outperform. Then you just need to check that we pass the date to daytime. And then you just check that the timestamp is less than the actual date. So this means that it's a like future earnings event, right? Because it's a database from the website that we'll show you soon. And you just basically go on my website, they fetch earnings, whatever, they can do whatever, but we just want to make sure that we're identifying when stocks were web scraped just before earnings, not after. That'd be cheating, of course. So again, then this is just a monthly run, right? The date has to be between that start and end date. And finally, the EPS percentage is the biggest part of the strategy. Analysts are predicting that the stock will be earning. So again, tiny sample size, unfortunately. And then we should drop duplicates. And tiny sample size, and you can see the max drawdown is crazy, but this strategy would have returned minus 3% over this month. But I'm not too worried about it. Again, tiny sample size, not a lot of earnings. Then going on to the dividend one, this is the one I'm very worried about. So again, just run you through really quickly. So again, it needs to be a dividend stock. Then this just has X date. So what does this even do actually? I haven't looked at the code for so long. X-date data. Oh, okay. It just returns. It's basically all the stocks that have an X-date, basically. So that's quite useful. Then we pass it to a datetime, and then the only real strategies here are that the X-date has to be, again, bigger than the timestamp. So that means that, again, we're not cheating. We're buying stocks before their X-date and selling them after the X-date. Again, the rank needs to be 1 or 2. And then the dates need to be between the end and start date. So again, that time frame. Again, this is just checking. That is between that time frame. So not only does the X-date needs to be, but also the time it was looked up in the stock page, and then timestamp inferior to end date, and then the last filter here that we apply is this yield. So the dividend yield needs to be bigger than 2, otherwise it's not really worth it. So all this is just a dividend capture strategy. You can see these are all the stocks it identified. So I know some of these, this bank OZK, don't know what magic is, although I have seen it. This is Washington Bank Corp. So again, a lot of banks, dividend is kind of meant to be stable, but when you look at the returns, this is disgusting, guys. Maybe the financial sector, like small cap banks, they had a terrible month, but this is honestly very bad, very shocking. This is meant to be the most stable strategy, right? Dividend one, least volatile stocks, but minus 5% in 1 month. Yeah, terrible. And this strategy has performed the worst out of all of them, I believe. So, yeah, it's just not looking good for the dividend one. But again, these are novel, and I'm just backtesting them, right? I'm not actually investing in these strategies. And then finally, we have the earnings reversal one. So again, we just take all the ones where it's future earnings. So again, is past earnings has to be true, has to be in the like JSON. Then again, just to double check, the past tag has to be true. So this means it's a past earnings, and the goal of this strat is just getting that earnings drift, right? So much research has gone into this, like academic, but also like financial in industry, and it shows that if a stock beats earnings, the stock price, of course, it goes up, but then over the next few days, few weeks, few months, the price tends to drift up, and this is called the earnings drift strategy. So this is a surprise. So yeah, we just take it out of the JSON, and it needs to not be NA, of course. Then we fix them between the start and end date, and the key here is that the earnings surprise needs to be bigger than 0, so they need to have beat earnings, and then we just drop duplicates. Again, we drop duplicates in every case. This is a bigger strategy, as we don't actually restrict it to strong, like Zacks rank 1 or 2, even like, you can see 4 sell, 3 hold, like all of these, they're still being bought basically. And as long as the surprise percentage here, so whether it be earnings or not, is bigger than 0, that means it did, then we buy it and we sell it in a month to see if we can capture that earnings drift. So yeah, then this is just the logic to compute the returns, and again a negative performance. So of the 4 strategies, we have not beat the market once. So yeah, let's move on to our website now, because there's been a few updates. So you can see version 2.1 here. And you can see our main strategy was the only one beating the S&P so far. So again, it's been running for longer, so you would expect that these are still kind of limited, only been running for 4 months. But again, they're going to need to start catching up, because S&P, again, it performed positively, even though it's time like 1 month back, it still performed positively, whereas all of mine performed negatively. So let's refresh here. Again, it refreshes every 15th of the month, so this is exactly when the video is coming out. So yeah, every 15th of the month, the stock, the website gets refreshed, and then we can see, the gap, is tightening between these two, only outperforming by, literally 6% now. But so, I mean, you look at this portfolio chart, our strategy and the Zacks strategy that we employed with the web scraping through Python is performing beautifully, right? And this is for 750 stocks per month, so huge sample size. That's maybe what the other strategies lack, especially the earnings one when it's not earnings season. But again, you can refine this and probably get an even better return than I have. Then the dividend strategy, this is meant to be the most stable one, and that was what you were seeing at the start, right? Underperforming the S&P as expected, but at least it's preserving capital. That's what dividends are meant to do. They're meant to give you just stable income. But you can see over the last 2 months, the dividend capture strategy has just done so poorly, whereas the S&P has returned nearly 11% in the same time frame. So yeah, definitely not a good strategy. This one is the one that I'm the most, like, I know it will come good soon. It's just it's not been earnings season. So, of course, the first month we underperformed, but then everything else beat the S&P 500. And then here, as I said, it just was an earnings season. You saw there's a tiny sample size. So we just got unlucky in that sense. So yeah, not beating the S&P, but it is what it is. I'm very confident in that strategy. And then the earnings drift, this guy is the one I'm most surprised of. I haven't read literature about this recently, but I know it's a phenomenon, but like, and we're applying it to the book, right? If a stock beats earnings, buy it. But it's not going well so far. Again, S&P 11% and us 2.3, so not looking good. This one's one I actually employ, day-to-day earnings strategy, with a bit more features. Not only looking at that, I look at other website Bezax after that, but we haven't coded that in yet. Our current website only web scrapes Zax only. So I start with that and then I refine the stocks. So I know this one works and that's why I'm confident in it. This one I thought would do better because of all the research, of course. Like, this is just so bad. And then the dividend one, this is the one I'm the least confident in, but people love dividends, so just to kind of prove it wrong, right? But there's a lot of empirical evidence that the dividend capture strategy does not work for a broad range of stocks. And then, of course, there's the main strategy, which is backed by Zax themselves. So yeah, that's the update on all the stocks. And then, yeah, you saw it actually move from version 2.1 to 3.1. So that means we have done a major update. And boy, yeah, you guys have loved these. So let me just check that this is working. Well, I know it works, but because I'm a student, this is currently on a free version of Render, which is basically just a server provider. And yeah, oh, it's woken up. So someone's been using it apart from me. So that's great. So I can actually show you the update. So this was already existing, right? This is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Zax API, backend database, price from Yahoo Finance, and the news as well. Absolutely beautiful with the upvotes and the comments. So I think you can even see, I don't think anyone's probably done comments a long time, but you can see the top comment, I believe. I won't bore you too long with this, but although this is super impressive, right? Having to incorporate all of these without any like standardized API, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, let me just check till 20. That's when the next page loads. I think here, yeah, you can see it's slow. Okay, no comments unfortunately, but yeah, let me just show you the new stuff. So the new stuff is on everything, by the way, which is why it's such a big update. So we now have hyperlinks for our stock, and it's been requested by so many people. Before, like, yeah, you had this beautiful table with all the Zax info, web scraped beautifully, of course, through Python, but you then had to go on TradingView to yourself or whatever broker you have. But now you can just click this, see the info, see the price, see the latest news. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. I cannot lie. You can also see all the latest data. This was pulled from our internal database. Of course, this was updated like literally right now because we just fetched earnings. But yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. You can go back and it will continue scraping the data. So absolutely beautiful. This does it for the earnings, the dividends. This is the same table, and then portfolio as well. And even for stuff like this, which are like modals, yeah, let me just do that. Enter that. Yes, you can see this is a modal, but you can still click on it. Zion Bancorp, what's going on? $51. What's the latest news? You have absolutely everything. So absolutely beautiful stuff from our website. Absolutely love this update, and it's quite a logical one, right? We already had this beautiful stock tracker page. It's kind of hidden in this portfolio one. Why not add hyperlinks? Works on mobile, of course, as well. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. The other thing to say is I haven't run the refresh of the best stocks yet. So if you do want to follow the strategy along and get this outperformance of the S&P so far out of 2 years, I will run the Jupyter notebook for this, which represents all the Zax stocks out of 6,000 stocks, by the way. It identified 750 last month that were rank 1 or 2, so you can see all of these are rank 1 or 2 only, and if you buy all of them, yeah, you're currently expected to outperform the S&P 500. But again, the hyperlinks are here, and as I said, I haven't run this yet. I'll be running this overnight, as it does take quite a long time, but I'll be running overnight, and this should be updated Sunday, and if not, at latest Monday, because we want to get it before market open, right? So that's the other thing. And then the last thing, let me just sign in with my test account here to show you that it also works for the Trading 212 API page. So yeah, this page is like honestly the crown jewels of our entire okay, let's see, 3's going crazy in chat. It probably should silence my notice, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it also works the hyperlinks on it. The hyperlinks are everywhere. Wherever you see a stock, it will be hyperlinked. So you can see here, I can click on Tesla again. Get the this goes Euro version, but anyway, it gives the same news and everything. There probably is comments on the Tesla one, I can't lie, unless they change the API. So only like there's no way, bro. Tesla community normally, yeah, exactly. So the top comment appears. So you can see 2 responses, but you only see the top one. We used to have all the comments, but it's kind of like too long, I feel like. So yeah, as they are short since 350. Yeah, okay, so this guy just critiquing that independent research provider is giving a sell opinion because they're short themselves. So fair enough, good comment. And then again, you can go back. It works for all the stocks. It also works for allocation here. So you can click on the bars, go to VRAG. You can show pie charts. I think you can even click on these. Yeah, wow. I actually went above and beyond with these ones. Of course, no news for the like S&P 500 ETF itself. Well, so this just, cash free funds, pending transactions don't have any on the practice account, and then position heat map. Again, all of this works. You can see time frames that Trading 212 themselves don't even have. So let me see the 1 day actually. I think it was a positive close. Yeah, this is British ETF, so I think the S&P actually recovered. Zion actually going, this is right, okay. Let me just go with Microsoft just to see what's happening there as well. Microsoft backed OpenAI launches. Okay, always some OpenAI stuff going on with Microsoft, and yeah, candle stuff. Wow, imagine you invested here, guys. Imagine you invested here, 2013. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, comment down below what stocks you think will get a return like Microsoft since, from today's. But anyway, that is our quantitative algorithm update. We showed you all the strategies, again, all done through Python automatically. You just buy at the start of the month for whenever the strategy tells you to, and then you sell at the end of the month for 30 days after for the lagged ones. And yeah, unfortunately, they will perform negatively, but as I said, this one has been outperforming. So I've, of course, you can get a month where it underperforms. You can see we're actually underperforming the S&P for quite a while, but yeah, we're positive now, so I have no sort of stress about this one. The dividend one, I would never invest like this, and it's kind of more of a good to see that this easy strategy doesn't work, because imagine you see a stock going X, you just buy it before, sell it after. It's kind of too easy to make money like that. This one kind of disappointed in, but again, I said there was a small sample size, and then the earnings reversal, this one has been the biggest mind blower for me. But yeah, all the quantitative algorithms have been updated like that, and then we showed you the new website version 3.1 with hyperlinks for everything, all the modals. Literally everywhere you can think, you see, like even here. Wait, what the hell? Fetch portfolio. Oh no, it's this one, yeah, individual. So let me just do right now an Apple. Again, I'll scrape the data, and then you can click. So absolutely beautiful update. Again, such a big quality of life update. This page has existed for a long time, but now it's just less hidden, right, for the newer users. So yeah, thanks for watching. I think I went through everything. Again, all the code is open source, as you saw. You can always refine all these strategies, right, as they do pick quite a lot of strategies, especially the main one. Like this is 750 stocks per month. You can probably refine this and get an even better result or return, but again, you'll have to back test and test that. So yeah, let me just save that, and thanks for watching, guys. See you next month. Looking forward to it.